Nazism and the rise of Hitler. The Second World War, 1941 to 45, had two armies fighting. They were the Allies, comprising Britain and France, and the Axis, comprising Germany, Italy, and Japan. The Allies were later joined by USA and Russia, but the name that featured in history the most was that of Hitler and the atrocities that his army committed against the Jews. After the war, the victors set up a trial. The Nuremberg Tribunal, set up after the war, tried criminals for genocide. Let us now see how Nazism grew in the first place. Nazism had its rise due to the treatment that Germany had got at the hand of the Allies during the First World War, 1914 to 1918. The supporters of Hitler were called Nazis. Nazism was a system, a structure of ideas about the world and politics. Germany was a powerful empire at that time and had been humiliated at the hands of the Allies by the Treaty of Versailles. The defeat led to the ruler abdicating his throne and a parliamentary form of government coming into existence. This was not well received by the Germans, who were seething under the unfair terms that the Allies had inflicted upon them. The Allies blamed the Germans for the war and took away £6 billion as compensation, and also the resource-rich Rhineland territory. This resulted in aggressive war propaganda, and national honor came to be recognized. Popular support for conservative dictatorships also came into existence. With the birth of the Weimar Republic, which coincided with the time of the Russian Revolution, the clamor for the same kind of governments started gaining ground. Economic crises and soaring inflation also compounded their problems. Finally, USA bailed them out of the situation. The problem was further aggravated by the Great Depression in the 1930s. During this time, unemployment rose to unprecedented levels, resulting in many antisocial activities. The middle class feared the growth of proletarianism. It was only the organized workers who managed to hold their own in this crisis. Politically too, the republic was fragile. The system of proportional representation did not allow any party to obtain a majority, so coalition was the only possibility. This kind of rule gave the powers to the president to impose emergency, disband civil rights, and rule by decree. There were too many cabinets, and none offered solutions to people's problems, and as a result, they lost confidence in the democratic system. Now the time was ripe for Hitler to rise to power. The First World War horrified him, and he was furious that Germany was defeated. He joined an organization called the German Workers' Party and later took it over and named it National Socialist German Workers' Party. It soon came to be known as the Nazi Party. In 1923, he decided to take control of Bavaria and walk to Berlin and take its reins as well. He failed and was imprisoned, but later released. Initially, his party had no impact, but it was during the Great Depression that he gained support and momentum to move ahead. And by 1932, his was the largest party in Germany. Being a gifted orator, he promised to restore the glory of Germany that had been lost in the First World War. Hitler had a new style of politics. He organized mass rallies and public meetings to demonstrate his power over the people and to give them the sense of unity. The swastika and a ritualized applause after speeches marked the beginning of Hitler's rise as a savior of the German people. Thus rose Nazism and Hitler.